What's up, guys? Sub-Zero here, back for another VOD review. Today was something really interesting. So this is a profile of a Korean player. I actually found this profile. I was watching a Wasianiverson VOD, and he pulled up this player's match history to look at their Ornn itemization, because if you look at this match history, you will see a lot of games on this Ornn Samira reroll line. Ornn Samira, Ornn Samira, Ornn Samira, Ornn Samira, and then you scroll down a bit. Ornn Samira, Ornn Samira, Ornn Samira, Ornn Samira. Every single game, I mean, basically, with a few games here in between. But this is a lot of games Ornn Samira. This is like 60% plus percent of the games are on this line. So really refining this reroll line, and some of them double trouble, but a lot of them not double trouble, right? This is obviously a double trouble game, but these games, none of these are double trouble. This is not a double trouble or too tanky, as it is called, game here. And so I wanted to VOD review this player. Now, sadly, they're a Korean player. I cannot find a VOD of their stream, so got the next best thing, which is Wasianiverson basically recreating you know, their idea of playing this line and playing it from a spot that actually makes a lot of sense here. But there are very good reasons why you would play this line. And, you know, this player has been playing it for a few days at this point, because, you know, on the A patch, Ornn got buffed up a little bit. So that's definitely like a better reason to potentially play this line. But the B patch that came out yesterday actually gives a lot of incentive to play this line as well, because Space Groove itself got buffed. 3 Space Groove got buffed up a little bit in the duration, and then the scaling of Space Groove also got buffed up. You know, so for each Space Groovian that you're adding, it gets more groove on, it gets more attack speed and HP regeneration. And this really does incentivize you to play the line. You know, this is a reroll line that has been slowly buffed up, and I feel like it's finally potentially hit that critical mass of being, you know, strong enough that you want to just play it in spots like this, where Wasian starts the game off. He doesn't actually have any of the Space Groove units yet, but there are 2 things that are pulling us towards this line. We are in Yasuo portal, and we are in the Duplicator portal. And you can see here, he sees Calc Loss and late game scaling, both really good options, but opts to skip the late game scaling and opts to take the calculated loss here, and is just going to sell his entire board except for the Space Groove units here. Sadly, we fight this guy here who's got even less of a board than we do, so we might end up actually winning this fight. Also, he positioned in such a way that, yeah, this is gonna actually win the fight here. So a little bit unfortunate we actually start the game off with a dub here, but you can see he's just going to team planner, throw every Space Groove unit into the planner, throw a Bastion in there in the Remus here, and this is going to be our idea, is that we are going to play Space Groove reroll, hard force it from this spot, from just calculated loss here, which I think, especially in this portal, makes a lot of sense. So for the rest of this stage, we're going to be loss streaking a lot here. Not really much to say. One of the reasons why Yasuo portal is so good for reroll is that it helps concentrate power that's already very concentrated in units even further. One of the big ones to look for is either the Cryo Hex or the Cosmic Hex. So we're really hoping for potentially a Cosmic Hex here as we get to Carousel. You see Wasian even calls in chat there, Samira. I think before he saw this Samira, but now, especially that he's seen this Samira, I think we can definitely angle towards this line. And look at this as well. He's going to opt to make gold here. Wow, beautiful turn from Wasian. Not only does he sell everything so that he's actually going to lose this fight against a very weak board, but look at this. He's also holding on to 2 anima that he found in shop here as well. This means that we can very easily play a 3 anima early game, can still actually play this Space Groove line, but we can just use the anima for free resources. Why shouldn't we? Going into Carousel here, we'd love to find Cosmic Hex, and we do find it. Own 3 cost is not bad either, but this is so good. And the dream here, we hit the Ornn as well, which is huge. This means we can actually start scaling up the Ornn with the Cosmic Hex. So this makes perfect sense. This is honestly just the perfect spot to play it. And we do find the Alawi here. Yeah, we can actually just play anima and Space Groove here. It's kind of funny, or anima and the Ornn here. Start scaling up the Ornn via the Cosmic Hex. Doesn't matter if we lose the fights with him. It's not like it scales us up as the fight goes longer. It's just gives you that extra HP at the start of combat, so we can grab that for free and take some losses with anima here. Probably take like a 200 cash, maybe a 300 if we're feeling very adventurous, and just get out of here and you know, be in a really good spot. Only downside is we don't get to make 30 this round, but we're gonna have a lot of gold to work with via calculated loss here. And yeah, here's where he actually pulled up this player's match history and starts looking at Ornn itemization specifically here, and Samira, I guess. This player is basically always going for IE, look like mostly IE, LW, and then some kind of like mana on Samira, like a blue buff. And then Ornn just really wants like big tank items. The Warmogs, the Gargoyles. Talked about this before, but this guy's ability isn't really an ability. You can see when he casts, the shield is itty bitty. He doesn't really get much effective HP from his ability. What he gets effective HP from is the fact that when he starts combat, he spawns himself an item and can, you know, radiantize an item as well. And so with this guy, you don't want to be playing for like, you know, as many casts as possible. You don't even really want like AP on him or anything like that, because like, once again, his cast doesn't matter really. What you want is just really big beefy tank items, so that you basically pretend like this unit doesn't have an ability is the way that I think about him. And we could be looking at that with a Gargoyle here, if we want to pick that up here. I mean, seems like a fantastic one to make onto the Ornn. You're never going to feel bad about it, and scales really nicely with the HP that we're getting from Cosmic Hex, so makes a lot of sense here. Doesn't have to slam anything just yet, though. Honestly, the Gargoyle slam probably won't swing too many fights, though we do rotate into this guy, who once again has a pretty weak board, so we're just going to make sure not slam anything just in case we could accidentally win this fight. He is going to slam the full Last Whisper like we talked about as well. A very good item onto Samira, just guaranteeing that you have that armor shred on this board. And we get over to 100 stacks here. I imagine we're going to sack a few more and get to 200 stacks, but we'll see. He could cash out here if he really wanted to. Second augment here. Ooh, and this is why perhaps we don't actually slam Gargoyle. We are offered Solo Plate, which should be amazing in a spot like this. I mean, the other two options, I mean, you could take Earth and guarantee the spat here. It's actually really, I'm curious to see what he values more. Is just the real good item onto Ornn or the Space Groove spat in the spot here. And yeah, he does value the really good item onto Ornn here more in the spot here. I think this makes a lot of sense, right? Who cares about a spat? You're going to be able to play 5 Space Groove regardless. Now, you're probably not going to be able to play 7 on 7, which is the only downside here, but it's not that big of a downside, because there's a lot of value in just getting stuff like Bastion in on this board, getting, you know, maybe even Sniper in on this board. So yeah, and getting to that really quick 3-item Samira, 3-item Ornn, I think is absolutely the dream here. So we take another loss here, one more cash to get that nice 200 cash out, which really, it's not that big of a deal. It's not really like we're going to get like a great item out of this unless we really want to sack. I mean, I don't think it's even realistic to sack for a straight up like 400 cash. You need to get it in earlier than 2-5 and have a full loss streak to do that. So it's not really going to be a big cash out for us. I do think this will just be the 200 cash, but we'll see. And you know, whatever we get from it, I mean, it's okay. It's not the best, but it's not the worst here. And we're going to take another loss here to get that nice 7 loss here. A lot of gold to work with, which just means very likely we can spike next board and be in a good spot here. Scarlet Hex I don't think is even that bad onto Samira here. Hoping to get, ooh, honestly, oh, he is going to take now. I thought he might have to take Rammus here just for the glove, because the rod is pretty bad, but he's going to take the Nami here and just say, oh, I can live with the rod here. I can take it here. All right, going to actually not level this round. Going to hold the line for the 300 cash. Okay. And he is going to make Spear of Shojin here for the Samira here, just getting to that mana item like we talked about. As well, just good onto the Samira. Only downside is it kills that IE component, but hopefully we can get to both. Still finishing up with my cold here, but I think Copium, I mean, you can hear my voice. I sound like mostly normal, right? I don't sound super sick, do I? I'm hoping that'll be like done with my cold tomorrow, especially because I do want to stream tomorrow or today as this video is coming out. So hopefully Riot Games doesn't grief my body, and that happens as well. So yeah, he's just gonna greed the full 300 here. I mean, it's a decent enough cash. Does mean you get a lot more gold here. Still doesn't mean you get access to those really good anima items unless he wants to really greed for the 400. I mean, the 400 cash would be amazing. You could reach it. Is he actually gonna consider a 400 cash here? I mean, because like 300 cash is really not great. Okay, no, he is going to take this here. It's an interesting way of playing it, just because like I don't really care that much about the Rocket Swarm here, but I guess his thought is like, I'm going to lose these fights regardless, right? Like, Either way, I'm probably going to loss streak in this spot here. So like, does it really matter if I cash here or don't cash? Like, no, I'll just keep the loss streak anyway. He's going to make the Bramble Vest for Ornn, which I think is fine. Not amazing on him, and he is going to continue to roll down here. Does find the Shen, who's an amazing in on this board. Does need to find something a little bit better to play over, or maybe he will just play 6 Space Group. He does, wow, roll really deep here trying to find his board. Gets the Rocket Swarm down here, and is just going to make Bramble Declaw to finish the items out, and is going to take the sword for the IE down the line. So items looking pretty decent. He has no HP item on Ornn. He's just coping that the HP item is going to be Cosmic Hex, which is pretty reasonable. We have Solo Plate as well to give us a little bit more HP to work with. I think in general you would prefer to have an HP item Ornn here, but I don't hate it. I don't think you can afford to take Apothecary. I mean, Jail isn't the worst here because you haven't actually built IE yet. Ooh, I'd probably just take Sunfire board though, right? Because we don't have Heal Cut made. Guarantees that we have it. You could turn this Rod into Heal Cut. Would you ever take Gel here? It's a little scary. He's thinking about the Apothecary. Wow. And he opts to take Varus' Obsession. Okay. I mean, I'm trying to think of what the really good options are for Apotheotic. I mean, you need damage items, right? It's basically, I feel like, you know, Varus Obsession. I guess thinking about Ari's Aura would also be pretty reasonable onto the Nami. So yeah, just pretty accepting of taking just like an okay Nami item here and living with that. Honestly, I see the vision, and I kind of dig it. So yeah, I mean, we've entered this very, very long loss streak down to 19 HP. I do like that he did not go for the full 400 cast, just because this now gives us the ability to be 2 lives here. We don't have to win every single fight from here on out here. He is still very, very worried, you can see here, to the point that he is going to roll down here. And he does actually, with the amount that we're rolling on 7, does find the Blitzcrank here. So this is going to come in onto the board here. Only downside is that means we lose Bastion for the Ornn, but it's a big upside. It's a lot more stats. This is one of the other big things that did get buffed on Space Groove on, you know, the A patch. We talked about it last time in the Soju VOD review. Is 7 Space Groove is a lot better now. So you certainly do want to be playing this any chance you get when you do have this duplicator bundle. I mean, you have to take it, right? You have to. It's just way too good to pass up. Oh, I'm surprised he didn't. I guess he... Wait, wasn't that Jhin with glove? Or am I crazy? I guess it doesn't really matter. Right? I thought he just passed up... He didn't take a glove, right? Am I crazy? Yeah, he took DB. Oh, he's going to opt to actually take the DB here over the IE here. Would rather actually have just the damage than the spell crit on the Samira. Huh, that's kind of interesting. I don't actually understand that. I would assume that that IE is better here. But I mean, either way, this is a great last item onto the Samira here, because you already get a lot of raw stats from Vertical Space Groove. So yeah, I guess he just... I guess he just says there's no reason to have to build IE on her. Like, a lot of her damage isn't in her ability. I don't know. I actually don't understand this one. I feel like a lot of the damage is in the ability. But either way, we still have a great setup here. We've hit the Ornn 3 and the Samira 3, and we have pretty good hexes, and we have the Nami 2. We have the rockets on... the Nami, which isn't like amazing here, but there you can see those buffed up stats. Look at that, man. Look at that 7 Space Group stats. 96% AS, 7%, almost 8% healing. Like, these numbers are pretty darn good, especially when you throw these onto an Ornn 3 who's been scaling HP the entire game, a Samira with 3 items. The Cosmic Hex, or the Starlight Hex is like... I think it's fine on Samira just to get her casting a lot, but obviously like the attack speed is really the thing getting her casting. We'd probably have preferred like a Solar Hex in a spot like this, but I mean, we do have the option to take basically that. We could just make the red buff here, go red buff Archangel, move the Rocket Swarm off of Nami, and just throw it onto somebody random here. I guess you could even red buff Blitz if you want to. He's considering, yeah, I think this makes more sense. Just having the red buff onto the Nami, getting her casting more frequently, and she's just gonna, you know, be a lot more reliable than the random Blitzcrank here, who is gonna die. Also, we didn't really touch on it, but we hit the random Nasus 3 with the Tiny Dupes, who is just gonna be kind of like a dumb frontliner unit. Like, he's not really that crazy. I don't think you need Nasus 3 when you play this line by any means, but I mean, you'll take it, right? A free Nasus 3. Why shouldn't we go for it? And he'll just sit there, be some extra frontline on our board. So it seems totally fine. And at this point, we've hit our entire board here. Now we can look at our level 8 here, which is just going to be this Shen. It really, I don't think like makes that much of a difference if you do get sniper onto the Samira or not. Obviously, it's nice. The damage amp is cool, and like we don't actually have a lot of damage amp on the Samira, but you would certainly rather play the 7 Space Groove, and I think the Bastion is the much more transformative add-on to this board, especially when you do already have the Shen on your bench here, right? Getting Shen is gonna be really big. It's a little scary that we let our Ornn just get immediately Blitzcrank punched at the start of this fight, but honestly, I think we might have hit critical mass. This Ornn is just actually so huge at this point that I don't know if anyone can stop him. And yeah, obviously the Shen is amazing here. Just gets the extra attack speed and shielding onto everybody here. Obviously the attack speed, not really a huge deal on a board that's already getting 96% attack speed. But he's like, the shield is also not gonna be that big of a deal. And it's also like the shield value is kind of weird on Space Groove units because like while you're in your shield, you're not healing up, obviously. So shielding always kind of a non-bow with Space Groove units. Honestly, the shield on the back line is not even the worst, just so that you don't get like splashed and killed. And the extra attack speed, you know, it will never be too bad in a spot like this. Looking for just, oh, he's actually considering dropping a tank item here for Warmogs, but he is just going to opt to take this here, and I imagine just JG going on to... Is it actually better on Nami or Blitz? Because you could move one of the Nami items, or you could just throw this onto Blitz. He's going to throw it onto Blitzcrank here. Okay, I could see it. I low-key kind of like red buff Blitz JG Nami here, but maybe his thought is just that like the red buff is so reliable onto the Nami. I could certainly see it, but okay, we lock in our top 4 here. Also, does anyone know who this true Ice Feather Knight player is? Because they're really stealing Kai's like brand equity. You know, he's the true Ice Feather Knight in my head, but this guy is just like actually like pretty high elo. Like I've seen this guy in some of my lobbies, and he's in literally like Wasian's lobbies, so he's got to be pretty high up on the ladder. And he's just rocking the True Ice Feather Knight. I don't know, Kai, watch your back, man. This guy's on your turf. He's stealing your little legend here. Ornn's also stealing all the sniper value for that Jhin, just walking straight up into him and doing insane work. I mean, look at this Ornn, man. He scaled the entire game. This is just one of these ideas where I do really think I've done this as well. After I watched Wasianiverson do it, is just, and I mean, it's obvious, right? But for a while, we thought that reroll was like not so good. But you know, now that all these 3-cost reroll lines are a lot more prevalent, you see this setup, this Yasuo setup, and you just say, okay, I'll play 3-cost reroll, and it works really well if you can start scaling somebody early on enough. And you know, getting that Ornn off Carousel is actually huge. I think it's so smart that Wasian played Lost Streak into Carousel, picked up this Ornn, and then you know was able to Cosmic Hex it. Obviously, if we had not Lost Streak as hard, we wouldn't have been able to pick up the Ornn. And honestly, the more that I watch these fights, the more that I think it honestly, like, even though our Ornn is getting blitz punched, it's not even that big of a deal. Because he's getting insane gargoyle value. The Vex is still staying on him for a lot of the fight. I think this actually just ended up being perfect. Like, you know, I was thinking, oh, you could put a unit next to it to try to like block the Blitzcrank or something, but I don't think he even really needs to. Like, he gets punched back here, but it's fine. Everything's still aggroing onto him, and our board is doing totally fine here. You can see this fight almost close, but not really. Our Ornn's still full HP. Honestly, our Ornn might have just soloed out that guy at the end here. Wasian gonna roll down, really just to maybe like deny, because he knows that this is going to be the last fight here, though I don't know that there's that much to deny in this spot here. I think the other board has hit basically everything for Fast 9, but hey, another buff in some ways to our line is that Fast 9 got nerfed, so that's another line that like can't cap out as highly. Vex is a little bit weaker. The board in general is just a bit weaker. Blitzcrank, I guess, is a net nerf to both lines, ours and theirs, but hey, all good. So yeah, that is gonna be the game here. Just a beautifully played and just very smooth once we hit our board. Space Groove Reroll from nothing. No spat, no double trouble, too tanky, nothing. We just play it, and I mean, easy first. So what did you guys think of this game? Let me know in the comments down below. Have you guys been playing this line? If not, maybe you should be. If you enjoyed the video, please like it. It helps out the channel a lot and is completely free. Subscribe as well to the channel if you're enjoying my videos. We're getting close to 50K right now. Okay, let me call it the exact number that we're at, though. I don't know if you guys can even see the exact number. As of recording this, we are at 48,205. So if you subscribe to this video right now and you're the 206th subscriber, then I will send you $1 million. This is a legal contract that I'm entering into. Check out my Twitch down below. Back to streaming today, which is like the day that this video is released, not the day it's being recorded. Was getting through some sickness and also taking, some rest days on Monday, Tuesday, but we're going to be back grinding ladder, trying to hit that 1649 LP, just like Wasianiverson is. Okay, we're gonna go for 1K first, and then we'll set our sights higher than that. And check out my Metafy as well if you want to be someone else who is, if you haven't hit your ranked goals for the set yet, if you haven't hit Challenger or even like Diamond or Masters or whatever, I can help with you guys hitting all of your ranked goals. And I also do have group coaching, Legendary Tacticians one-on-one coaching program. So those are really, really good if you want to do a lot of coaching. All right, thank you guys for watching as always. I will see you guys later. Bye bye. Also, dude, I just got back from seeing Backrooms in theaters. That movie was kind of lit, dude. I won't say for the people who have seen it, there's a scene. I mean, I'm not spoiling it, but all I'll say is okay. Like if you, I mean, it's not even a spoiler. I'm not gonna spoil anything. But I'm just going to say something that won't mean anything to you if you guys haven't seen the movie. But if you have seen the movie, okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dude, that scene with the Christmas tree. Oh my God. I'm still thinking about that. That one. All right. Thank you guys for watching as always. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.